So as you can see, I have redecorated.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like it, mate. I like it.
I think the best part about it is you can see it all on screen. It's really good.
I think the fact that you can't see it all sort of just like it could be everywhere else in the room, but you just can't see. So
True.
like, it's very much like it's a question, like it leaves it unknown. You know, it's a mystery.
How much redecorating has been done?
Yeah. Is it just 3?
Yeah, 3 on each side. Is there anything above this canvas here?
Yeah.
I wonder, is it across the entire room? Has it helped with soundproofing? That one's more for the Spotify listeners because the YouTube viewers are answering those questions.
Yeah.
That one's for you, audio listeners. Hello and welcome to another episode of Fine Leg to Full Forward. Episode number 116 is what I can see on the screen over there. That's a few episodes.
116 would be a good score to get out on, I reckon.
Yeah. I get in the sense of you haven't just got to 100 then got out the next ball.
Exactly.
You've got far enough past 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure why 116 as opposed to the other 15 episodes we've done post 100. but something about 116 is just like, oh yeah, 116. It's a solid innings. Solid innings.
No, I get that. And it's if you're like late 140s as well, you know, you're like, oh, you didn't quite get to 150.
Yeah.
Whereas, you're not feeling like there's any FOMO there. You've got to 116.
That's right.
No more, no less.
Correct. In that sweet spot.
Not that we'd have any idea.
No.
Anywhere. I mean, if I'm trying to work out if I've been hit for 116 runs before. Probably in the last grand final we played in, actually.
Right. Okay.
Which actually brings me to the first thing I want to talk about today.
Okay. We're actually going talking about.
I'll ask you how you're going in a minute. Don't worry about that. It's just this wasn't planned, but it's too much of a segue.
Okay.
The most wonderful time of year is upon us. Late March.
Right.
I think it'll still be late March by the time this episode goes out.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
It's when my Facebook memories show all the junior premierships that we won in under 17s.
Oh, right. Okay.
And it reminds me
every year. It's like
every year.
This 10 years ago or whatever.
Yep. Yep. The last one we won was 12 years ago now.
12. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's depressing.
There you go.
That is depressing, but also it also reminds me of how many premierships we haven't won as adults.
Do you get like the 12 years ago you won and then the 2, 3, 4 years ago you lost, like on the same day? Do you get the same as Facebook? Do you do like that?
Yeah, I mean, I have to admit, probably stopped posting on Facebook as much in the last few years, but I think there was one year where I shared the Facebook event. I think it was the year we lost to Beaky.
Okay.
And then, that keeps coming up. I should just not check Facebook memories. I think that's the takeout there. I should just stop checking them. It's an avenue into pain. Not the heavy start that I wanted to kick things off with, actually, so I apologise for that.
It's all right.
How are you?
Doing okay.
How are you going?
Doing okay. I got a haircut recently.
You did get a haircut. It's pretty fresh.
Thanks, mate. I've noticed that my hair is starting to grow back at a ever decreasing rate.
Oh no!
Yeah, like it grows back, and it grows back in the same way that it always did.
Yep.
But the time it takes, the time in between haircuts.
Got you.
So like, it's just, I used to every 6 to 8, maybe like 6 weeks get a haircut. And this is probably the first time in, I want to say like 3 months.
Yeah, right. Okay.
That I got a haircut. So it's like the time is really stretched.
But at least it's still growing back though, right? At least it's still growing back.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a fade on the
bit of a fade
on the side there.
Yeah.
That's all right.
It was.
Do you reckon I should try a fade?
Maybe.
Do you reckon if I, because obviously on the sides there, I have no problem growing on the sides.
Yeah, on the
And
sides.
okay, how about this? What if I don't shave my head
Yeah.
for a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
and then already a bad idea, and then I go and get a haircut
Okay.
at someone that's not me shaving it in the mirror with my handheld shaver,
Yeah.
and ask for a fade. Like ask them to leave whatever's up here
Okay.
and just do a fade on the back and the sides.
So my question would be, so that the fade usually is short on one side and a bit longer on the other side, and there's a transition between the short and long. Are you saying that the short part of the fade would be at the top and there would be more hair at the bottom, so it would be like a reverse fade?
No, I'm saying that same transition will be there.
Okay.
It'll just transition back again.
Okay. Yep.
So we'll go short, and then fade and fade and fade and fade. But it'll keep the keep going longer.
Yeah.
And then there won't be see with your fade there.
Yeah.
How you've got it like shorter and then it goes longer the closer you go.
Yeah.
So just act like there's something there, and there just won't be as much.
And
there
there won't be as much.
If I don't shave my head for a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
I mean, we used to live together. You've seen it. Like there's
Of course, there's a bit of growth.
little bit of
There's some.
stubble, something. So for the content, no.
I mean, if you're happy to do it, mate, for the content, I think that's. I mean, I'm on board. I think it's more of a you question.
Leave it with me. Leave it with me.
Would you post on Insta?
That's probably the reason to do it. I think.
Yeah.
saves creating a post anyway. Speaking of Instagram, have you been on in the last couple of weeks?
Rarely, but I think I have, like, here and there, more than I was like last year.
Yeah. No. And good effort, by the way.
Thanks,
I don't know if I've said that enough lately.
Yeah.
You notice they've changed the color of the blue on like the tags and the hashtags.
No, I haven't
in the last
noticed
few
that.
days. You haven't
Is
noticed
this like
that?
an app update that I need to do or something?
Maybe that's what you don't have automatic updates on?
I don't know. Not sure.
That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me.
So what is it? What is it now? Is it like?
I mean, I don't have the hex code for you. I don't know what the actual
it's
color
still
is.
blue.
It's still blue. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There
It's
you
just
go.
a slightly different,
Like a
blue.
teal or like an aqua.
I didn't say it was a good story. It was just an observation that I made. I'm sorry I don't have more for you.
That's all right.
So running it back through, what do we call it? The designated time unit, the unspecified
Period of time.
unspecified period of time.
I don't know if we did say that or not, but we'll say it now.
Unspecified period of time. I'm going to remember that one now. So that if that wasn't what it was already, that's what it's going to be moving forward. Also, I'm good. Thanks for asking. I appreciate that. Is there any footy you want to talk about? I know we can sprinkle bits in still here and there.
Yeah.
North have played 2 games since we last recorded.
Yeah. North have played 2 games.
Have you watched any of them?
Yeah. 2, I guess, respectable losses where we showed some fight and yada yada and
So, same old.
Same old.
Same old. Yeah. Lovely.
Same
Lovely.
old. Like, it's not something to be super upset about or anything. It's like, we've been doing the same thing anyway. So, like, losing games and showing fight isn't something that's amazing or incredible, I think.
It's not going to pay the bills anymore.
No. I don't know. What else, mate?
Well, Geelong have played 2 games.
Yeah.
Yes, not to call it early, but we might finish higher on the ladder than we did last season.
Wow.
There is the first big call of the season, and it's not come from you.
Enormous.
It's come from me.
Yep.
I reckon we're going to finish above 12th on the ladder.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a huge call.
It is.
2 rounds in.
2
Two.
to 3.
3.
2.
Yeah.
Early in the season, it's a big call. It's a big call. What else? I mean, all the listeners, you would have seen all the memes about Collingwood being the first ever reigning premiers to be 0-3 after round 2. So we're not going to bore you with that.
Are they the first?
Well, just no, because I mean Geelong were 0-3 last year, but the first after round 2.
Oh,
It's another Ashwin. It's another opening round gag. Ashwin, no, you get it. You get it. You get it.
I'm with you.
Fuck,
I'm
nothing
with
gets
you.
past you, does it? But interestingly enough, Brisbane, they had a bye last week, so they've still only played 2 games, but they're also yet to win. And
Okay.
Brisbane play Collingwood at the Gabba on Thursday,
The grand final rematch
and neither of them have won a game.
in the most, I guess, like the least of expected situations of the grand final rematch.
I mean, either Brisbane are going to be 0-3,
Yep.
or Collingwood are going to be 0-4.
Yeah. Yep. Either way.
Big story for the season. Again, it's only no, we're joking. Speaking of big footy news, the biggest thing that's happened since we recorded last, the unspecified. I've forgotten again. Is that what it was? Unspecified period of time.
Yeah.
Since that was, of course, the Tasmanian Devils have been officially announced.
Yes.
So we've known a little while that Tasmania are going to be the 19th team in the AFL.
Yeah.
And it's been announced a week or so ago that that team is going to be called the Tasmania Devils.
Yep.
And it's fair to say that people got around them pretty early.
Yeah, I think so. Like, so you were saying that, I think you were saying just before, was it 80? No, not 80, like 150,000 members.
That's what they got, yeah. 150.
Within the first, like, when was it announced? Like a week ago?
When did the memberships go on sale? Oh, yeah, a week ago. Maybe a tick under.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, because it was announced and then the membership thing was announced after, so I'm not sure how long was between that. But yeah. 150,000 members over that now in no time at all.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many sign up on the first night, but of all the members they got to sign up on the first night, apparently 80% of them were Tasmanian.
Okay, that's a good sign.
Yeah, so it's not just randoms from all over the country signing up.
Yeah, it's only $10. Exactly.
Don't get us wrong. I'm sure there's plenty of them. I know of a couple of people at work who've done exactly that.
Okay.
But there's plenty of love down there, like we always knew.
I think so. Like with just knowing a few mates that grew up in Tassie, just the fact that it is very much and always has been a footy state.
Absolutely.
Like most people already have a team, and this is easily going to be, for those people that already have a team, a quick, easy second team or their first team. So it's yeah.
Yeah, I wonder, like, because you think about when the Suns and the Giants joined the comp.
Yeah.
Obviously, people who started following them surely followed the AFL and surely had a team. At what point do you ditch your team?
Wow, that is a good question.
Because obviously, like, you think about any sort of Victorian or Melburnian, like how broadly you want to go.
Yeah.
The thought of changing teams is probably, it's a big no-no.
Yep.
But if you're supporting a team that's not all that local and then a local team comes along.
Yeah.
Like, what's the...
Yeah. I don't know. It's a good question. And I feel like a question that we haven't asked before, but...
Tasmanians listening to the pod.
Yeah.
Hit us up in the comments. What's your plan for 2028? Is that when they're joining?
I believe so, yeah.
What's your plan?
Yeah.
What are you doing with your current team, and have you broke the news to them yet?
Yeah.
But there's obviously there was a lot of questions about what the team was going to be called. There was all that up in the air for a good few weeks, months. I don't know how long it's been.
Yep.
And it's good that that's finally been answered. However, there was one quote that I stumbled across that was too good not to base today's episode around.
Yep.
Now, I believe this is from the ABC. I'm going to read this quote to you now. You ready?
Ready.
Tasmania AFL Chair Grant O'Brien reveals talks with Warner Brothers over use of the Devils name were initially tough. But things got a lot smoother when the company became aware that the Tasmanian Devil was the actual name of a real animal.
I love it.
Oh.
I love it.
It's a very, very funny quote in isolation, and I'm not going to lie, I wanted to do an episode around how the USA views themselves versus how the rest of the world views them. But the man sitting to my right here advised that it probably wasn't the best idea.
Nah, I mean,
we're big in the US. We don't want to piss anyone off.
Yeah, exactly. Don't want to damage that fan base. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like there would be so many things in the US that we have no idea about in the same way. And it's like...
it absolutely goes both ways. It absolutely does. But it's funny thing to do.
It is. Yeah. Because I remember when Gillan McLaughlin announced it, he stepped out and he was like, "Oh, so what are we thinking?" I think that question was asked in the presser. And he was like, "We are, thinking about Tasmanian Devils, but there are a few issues that we need to sort out."
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And I specifically remember him saying that. I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess copyright and this and that and trademark and stuff." It's pretty funny in hindsight.
Yeah,
that
they just weren't aware, or at least one person wasn't aware. To try and see, Americans. I'm trying to give you some credit there.
Yeah.
It might have just been one of you. Regardless of how many people knew or didn't know, the thought alone, it's a pretty bloody funny gap in knowledge.
Yeah,
I think that's fair to say, isn't it?
Yeah. It's sort of like I don't know if it's an individual or a bunch of people that have made a decision, but they haven't Wikipedia'd or anything, but they have. I'm trying to step into their shoes here. They've assumed that the Tasmanian Devil, the Looney Tunes character, the entire time growing up, they thought that this character was made up, like a fictional creation. It doesn't exist in the real world. It's not a real animal until now.
Yep.
Bit of a knowledge gap.
Yeah. So what we've been doing during the unspecified period of time since our last episode, we've been scouring the internet to try and find where people have confessed to some pretty embarrassing and pretty funny gaps, and we've got a few that we'd like to go through with you today. If you want to keep listening, that'd be great. Did you want me to start?
You kick us off, mate.
All right, so we've got the first one here. We say scouring the internet. It's just really, it's random Reddit threads, random Twitter threads. We've searched far and wide for these. So here's the first one. From age 5 to 9, I thought the word ass meant penis. The context people used it in always confused me, especially when someone referenced a girl's ass. It was particularly scarring when the images I conjured whenever someone mentioned shit coming from their ass. You just know that that person was absolutely roasted when they found this out.
Did they say when they found out?
That's all that was in that one.
I'm curious as to how late. If this was like a
ages
early
5 to
high
9.
School. Yeah,
ages 5 to 9. Yeah,
so mid to late primary school.
It'd be fucking brutal though.
Oh, anywhere like. Picturing that image would be the biggest, like, how does that make sense? Like, it doesn't happen to me. Like,
and you just know kids can be such dicks as well. You just know that they're not letting that guy scot free.
Not letting it slide.
Nah.
I've got another knowledge gap here.
Please, far away.
I think this has come from Reddit as well. I thought centaurs were legitimately a real animal that had gone extinct. I don't know why. It's not like I sat at home and thought about how centaurs were real, but it just never occurred to me that they were fictional. This illusion was shattered when I was 17 in my higher level international bachelorette biology class, when I stupidly asked if humans and horses can't have viable, fertile offspring, then how did centaurs happen?
Oh,
17.
17. I mean, you were just talking about the age of the first one.
Yep.
That's pretty brutal at 9 years old to find out that one. 17. Oh.
Yep.
Oh, that's just another one that's just a simple Google search, and it's
Yeah, and like I guess they are quite common in terms of in
movies.
movies.
Yeah.
I think like Harry Potter, like very like pop culture. They're there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe it's sort of just assume that particular part of.
Do you reckon this person thought Harry Potter was a documentary as well? Do you reckon? Because that might help explain it. Still not great.
Like everything else, or they were like, off with that magic stuff. It's not real. But centaurs are.
Yeah, yeah. There's this boarding school so realistic with the centaurs and everything. I just wish they'd stop fucking around with the magic. Oh, that's a good one. I've got another one for you. I can't remember where this one's from, but this one's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It was only this year that I realised that in the Christmas song, I saw Mummy kissing Santa Claus, that it was a joke and that the dad is Santa. I grew up thinking that the mum was a slut and Santa was a homewrecker. Now, my first thought on this is, how slutty must this person's mum be that this is their first thought?
The kid like automatically.
Yeah.
It's a kid too.
I know.
That's insane. Like, and I don't think it's like they'd be like. It doesn't sound like, again, context, like the age is like super important. I don't know how old these kids are, but like to immediately have that in your brain.
What's it like? It was only this year that I realized. So you'd have to. It's fair to assume that the person is now an adult.
And when they were a kid,
they
had that idea in their head.
Oh, I'm just, like Santa is a symbol of joy to kids when they're younger.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny to imagine a kid out there just envisioning Santa as just this person who tears families apart and then does the whole present giving on the side.
Just comes down the chimney, leaves, on to the next house.
Oh, shit.
All right. Another one here for you. I believe this is Reddit as well. One time, my brother convinced me that limes are actually unripe lemons, and he verified this with a Wikipedia article that he edited.
I mean, that's what older brothers are for, aren't they, really?
That's it. I mean, I did initially say you could have, like, the Tasmanian devil thing was on Wikipedia.
Yep. But
again, like, sometimes Wikipedia, you can...
very good point.
The traps, mate.
Yeah, no, it's a very good point. It is dedication to change the article, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Also, I don't think this one's that bad. Like, in the scheme of things, I feel like there's so many fruits and vegetables that change color, like, and that's a normal thing for them to do that over time. So, like, I wouldn't think this was like that. That much of a knowledge gap.
No, I think this one's just a brother being a dick to his younger brother.
Yeah. That's yes.
Can't blame that. You know how, like, in school and uni and stuff, we weren't allowed to use Wikipedia as a reference because anyone can log on and just write anything.
And that was the first thing that was said every time.
Yeah,
like, you can't trust it. So
do you know anyone who's ever edited a Wikipedia article?
Not personally.
No, neither. Like, who are these people? If you're not doing it to play a prank on your younger brother, like, who are these people changing these articles?
Changing actual articles.
And why?
I don't know. Maybe some of the listeners do it.
Very good point. If you are listening to this, you don't have to be Tasmanian for this one, but if you are listening to this and you have edited a Wikipedia article, just share the story. Give us some context around what it is you changed and why you changed it. All right, I've got another one. Why is it me? I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
This one here says, my sister called a taxidermist to help her with her taxes. When they told her they stuffed animals, she freaked out and hung up. She was 25. At 25 years, that's a long time to think.
An occupation was something else. Yeah, yeah.
It's a pretty brutal way to find out that that's what they do.
I'll be honest, I didn't know what a taxidermist was.
Really?
Nah.
Do you think it was something to do with tax as well?
No, I didn't. I didn't think it was something to do with taxes, but it was just a word that I didn't know. I was just like, some sort of occupation that I have no idea about.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Just imagining, like, it's kind of one extreme to the other, isn't it? Thinking that it's something to do with taxes.
Yep.
And then finding out it's stuffing animals.
Stuffing animals, yeah.
And it's not like, oh, you make teddy bears.
No.
It's like stuff, like, I think that'd be, the fact that she freaked out and hung up is probably because it's like, holy shit.
Yeah,
that is so far from what I thought it was.
So different. Yeah.
I think you'd probably, I'm not sure how differently I'd act. I'd hang up as well.
Freak out. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I've got another one here. Born in the 80s, I thought prima donna was pre-Madonna. P-R-E Madonna. I can't remember the context. I figured it out. But I was in a room full of people and there was a lot of laughter.
See, I don't mind this. You know what you're saying about you didn't know what a taxidermist did?
Yeah.
I don't think I saw prima donna written down.
Yep.
Like until the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So I didn't think it was pre-Madonna.
Madonna. Yeah.
But I wasn't sure
what it
was, how it was spelled, what it was referring to.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying I don't think that's bad because I didn't know what it was.
I agree. Like, I don't think it's that bad either. Because when growing up, all we read is like we're only like when you see words on a page, that's when you see them. And like what articles, what things did we see that had prima donna in it? So it's like if you don't see it, how are you supposed to know? But like, and like what BC before Christ? Yeah. So pre Madonna. kind of makes sense.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
it's kind of like
she's just on, like she's that much of an icon.
Yeah. So she's earned. Christ, Madonna. Kind of. Give him the benefit of the doubt,
So when was Madonna born? So if she was born in, say, like 1960, for example.
Yeah.
So it was 1959, like one prima donna.
Yeah.
1959, one prima donna.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And it increases in time, in unspecified time units, and then this way. Pre and post Madonna.
I'd almost prefer that to be true.
Switch on.
Sorry, man, I wasn't even ready. No, you carry on, go for it.
Switching on for another week.
Flawless execution, as always.
We've got a couple of, I guess we're not really going to do questions for each other specifically in terms of our usual questions, but we'll go through a few things, like a couple of little mini exercises.
Switch on can be anything.
It can be anything.
Oh, jeez. Sorry, that was killing me. I had to say it.
Waiting for an opening. But we'll start with just a quick question. Do you have any knowledge gaps at all? I know we briefly mentioned during Run It Back that we both did, but do you have any off the top of your head?
I definitely, I don't know if they're knowledge gaps. Not that there's definitely a lot I don't know.
Yep.
But it's just like gaps in just everyday things. Like I really struggle if I don't slow it down. I really struggle to say sausage sizzle. Sausage sizzle.
Right.
Like, I can't say sausage sizzle really quick.
Yeah.
Sausage sizzle. I really struggle to say. That's kind of a gap? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
Interesting.
Sausage sizzle.
So when you go down to Bunnings, do you like, I'm just going to grab a snag from Bunnings?
I try and avoid going to Bunnings with every fibre of my being.
Really?
Yep.
Just in general?
Just not a fan of Bunnings, mate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Sausage sizzle.
Because of that, or just in?
Well, I guess so. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess so. Yeah, I didn't realize it. So yeah, is that a gap?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I've confessed that for no reason.
That's all right.
Good.
That's all right. We know now. So
Is there another gap? I can't drive manual.
I mean, that's I
can't
can't
drive. No, have you ever tried?
No.
Yeah. See, I
No.
tried in one of my dad's old work utes.
Yep.
Like within the first year I passed my license, my test.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get it within 15 seconds. I hadn't figured it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, fuck it.
15 seconds.
Nah, can't do it.
Yeah. Right.
Not interested.
There you go.
Not interested.
Yeah.
Do you have any gaps?
Oh, I'm sure I've got plenty. I've got. I think I've got heaps. Particularly like the word stuff. When you grow up assuming, you don't see words written down.
Yeah,
You just
so
think that they mean something else.
Prima donna stuff.
Prima donna, that sort of stuff. I don't know if I've mentioned it on the pod before. I might have. Like, bless you.
Oh, I don't know if this is a story you've told on
might
air
have.
or off air. I can't remember.
Maybe.
I feel like you should tell the story anyway.
Well, it's just like, so growing up, when I don't know if English has, because English was initially it wasn't my first language. So going to school and stuff and going home, we didn't speak English and blah, blah, blah. But people would sneeze in primary school and automatically the teachers and other kids would say, bless you. And I would just hear that all the time.
Yep.
And I wouldn't really say anything. And because no one, after you say that, someone says thank you. There's no further discussion about what was said.
Yeah.
It's just bless you. Oh, thanks. And that's it.
You're not writing that down.
No,
like you're not
writing that down. There's no
after someone sneezes.
nothing.
Yeah.
So my entire sort of primary school, it wasn't until like I think high school that I realized that bless you was not a word. Like I thought it was a word, BLESHOO.
Oh, bless you.
I thought bless you because because obviously it's bless you, but when you say
Thank
bless you,
Yeah. Wasn't sure which word you were talking about. Yeah, thanks for clarifying.
it sounds like bless you, bless you. It just sounds like that. And because I only heard the sound, I literally thought there was a word in the English language, bless you, that meant that was giving someone a sense of like comforting someone once they sneeze. And I thought that's what the definition was, like in the dictionary. Like it's like acting kind to someone after they've sneezed. Bless you.
That's actually a really, really wholesome.
You
That's a
reckon?
really wholesome one. So you thought it was only sneezing? Do you
Yes.
reckon? So there was no other application.
I thought it was
comfort?
specifically because I never heard it in any other context.
That's true.
So I thought it was just that bless you meant like, oh, that's what, and I would say it to other people as well. Oh, bless you, and
Because it sounds like you're saying bless you.
yeah. So no one would be like, who the fuck's this guy? Like,
Yeah, like what's a bless you? Yeah.
but yeah, that's probably I don't know if I've said it before on the pod, but that's probably the first thing that comes to mind.
That's a really good one. That is a really good one.
Yeah,
Yeah. I just said sausage sizzle.
that's all right. It's okay.
Sausage sizzle.
There you go.
Yeah, I can space it
You
out.
can do
It's
it.
fine. I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
say sausage and I
Yeah.
can say sizzle. I just can't say sausage sizzle.
We're going to keep going through Switch On. A couple more things. So the person or the people at Warner Brothers didn't know that Taz, the Tasmanian Devil,
Yeah.
was an animal.
Yeah, of course. That's
Right.
what started this whole
what started this whole
masterpiece
thing.
of an episode. Yeah.
So I feel like we should cut him some slack here because I feel like there's some characters that I myself am not sure what the animals actually are, like who the characters actually are, if they are animals or what they are. So I've got a couple down here that this is more just me asking you because
Okay.
I actually need confirmation of this and I couldn't be bothered Googling it. So I've got a couple of characters. I've got Goofy.
So you're saying you don't know what animal Goofy is?
Yeah.
Isn't he a dog?
Is he?
I think he's a dog, yeah. And I think there's a whole thing about like Pluto being a pet dog,
Yeah, because
but then Goofy being a dog.
oh, that's a thing.
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Is
okay.
that where the confusion comes from?
Yeah, because I'm like, yeah, Mickey has Pluto as a dog.
Yeah.
Goofy's not a dog. Goofy's probably like something else.
I think he's a dog.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but I think he's a dog.
All right. Okay. That's good.
You happy enough with
I'm
that?
happy. I'm
yeah,
happy.
Okay. All right.
The next one here, Arthur.
Arthur.
Yeah.
Oh, Arthur. Yeah.
Every day when you're walking down the street. Yeah.
Keep going.
No, that's right.
When's the album coming?
Ran straight into that. Like, didn't even walk. Like, ran straight into
What
it.
you've done, you've opened the door and just gone, oh, right this way, sir. Arthur's an aardvark, isn't he?
Is he?
I swear we had this conversation like
On air?
years ago. No, I don't think on air.
Doesn't he look like a bear?
Yeah. I don't know what an aardvark actually looks like. I don't think he's... If he is an aardvark, I don't think he's an accurate representation of what an aardvark is.
Here's the other thing about the like, and cut a bit of slack to Warner Brothers. I don't know what a Tasmanian devil is, but if you look at a picture of a Tasmanian devil and you look at a picture at Taz, the Tasmanian devil, there is very little that's connecting those two things.
Which almost... It almost boosts the fact that they just didn't know that the Tasmanian devil was a real thing.
That's true. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Arthur's an aardvark.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The thing that I'd like to learn from Arthur is how he wears his glasses like this.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have them resting on his ears because his ears are up here. That's a cool little trick that I'd like to learn that one.
Yeah. That's handy, isn't it? Maybe aardvarks. Did you say he's an aardvark?
Every time I say the word aardvark, I'm not sure that it's a word anymore.
You're creating a knowledge gap now. Okay, I've got one more little thing for Switch On. Talking footy, talking Warner Brothers.
Yeah, cool.
If Warner Brothers, I don't know if I've done this before on the pod either. If Warner Brothers was to do an AFL version of Space Jam, like, you know, with MJ and more recently LeBron, who would be the main character?
That's a great question. I'm disappointed at us for not asking this question before. At least I don't think we have.
Yeah.
It's 116 episodes is a lot of episodes. I don't think we've asked this yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Who would we want to be in the AFL version of Space Jam?
Yeah.
Like as the Jordan, as the LeBron.
As the main character, I guess, in the protagonist in the story.
Well, you think about it, Jordan, it was in between the three-peats, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So he just retired after winning 3 championships in a row.
Yep.
And then LeBron, when was that? Like 3-4 years ago now? 2-3 years ago?
2021, I want to say.
Was it? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so they've already been established as greats of the game.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think that's the way we need to sort of think about it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Now, I'm saying this with love because I absolutely adore the man.
Yeah.
I think if you were to ask this question to Patrick Dangerfield, he would say Patrick Dangerfield.
You reckon?
Absolutely he would. Absolutely. Absolutely he would. There's no doubt in my mind.
He would love it.
Yeah.
He would absolutely froth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I fucking love Patrick Dangerfield though.
Yeah.
Who else could it possibly be? Like you think about
like the biggest player, like I mean,
you throw like Dusty in there as well.
Dusty, yeah. Lockie Neal.
Yeah.
Gorney, Max Gorn. Not really.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of the biggest
he'd probably be with the size of him. He'd probably be one of the players that gets his bloody powers stolen.
Yeah.
Or whatever the plot is.
The plot is
Yeah, I think someone around that sort of mark.
Yeah, I reckon
I'm
too.
going to lock in Paddy Dangerfield though.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. Anyone listening who do you reckon, if Warner Brothers were to do an AFL version of Space Jam, who would be the main character? So if all goes to plan, whenever I'm starting something, I always start with the word so.
So.
And I don't like that I do that.
Okay. Do we want to workshop this?
I've just done it again.
Okay. Do you want to pick a different word?
Anyway, this episode, if all goes to plan, is going out just before the long weekend.
Yep.
Easter, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's one of the most wonderful times of the year because it's just 4 days in a row. It's a 4-day long weekend, which we don't have enough of. So I think it's really enjoyable.
Yeah.
North are playing on Good Friday. Are you making it down to the game?
No, we won't go down to the game. We'll watch it though. Watch it from home.
Yeah, nice.
It'll be nice on our new. We got. Did I tell you we got a new couch?
You did mention you got a new couch. Yeah.
Sorry, I waited to the outro to say that. But the couch has arrived.
It went haircut.
Yep.
Couch. I like it.
So yeah, Cammy and I got a couch, dining table, everything. Now it's feeling like a house, feel like a home.
It's only taken you how long? 2 months.
But yeah, we'll be watching the game from the new couch. Should be
Lovely.
good. You got any other plans for the break?
Actually, a pretty quiet one, I think.
Yeah.
Probably watch the Easter Monday game.
Yep.
Like I usually do. No, I think I got a couple of things on. A couple of friend things on earlier in the long weekend, but pretty quiet really. It's an opportunity to actually switch off and spend time with friends and family, and I hope everyone listening is doing the same. If you are actually, this is really random, and I'm not trying to give advice. I'm not trying to be condescending when I say this, but if you are going away, just be safe on the roads. Be safe on the roads. Drive safe.
Absolutely. I think, and like another, just a quick one. I feel like be conscious of how hot it is as well, because I don't think we're used to how hot it is at the moment normally during Easter. And it's one thing that's just like, this is a very late summer and we're still having weather that's still, 30 plus. And it's something like that. You're doing long drives, road trips, and you're just out in the sun all day. Something to be mindful of.
It's a very, very good point. And I don't mean to pull the face I'm pulling, but I've just realized that following this, we're going to have all the generic conversations about how was your long weekend and how was the weather, all that already. Yeah, that's going to come back around again
preemptively. You know it's coming.
Well, we've already got the clip from whenever that episode was.
So just go back and play that.
Yeah, we'll look into that. Anyway, mate, you wanna see us out?
Yes, I shall. Everyone, stay safe, enjoy, and keep kicking goals.